of the Year in 2024. Let's give Robert a round of applause. Civil fans, please welcome to the court overhead coach Sue Brown and Natasha Howard.
At halftime, when Florida State legend Natasha Howard had her jersey retired.
Oh, legend, and certainly well received here. The crowd on the league, people bringing signs. We're seeing Natasha Howard jerseys all over the place. I mean, this brings the game all back to an emotional place. Michaela Tinson on the FaceTime, making sure she's throwing down the tomahawk chop.
Yeah, and Howard is the all-time leading rebounder in Florida State.
Natasha Howard returned to Florida State for a moment that's been years in the making, and the atmosphere inside the gym felt electric before she even walked in. You could feel the pride, the nostalgia, and the deep appreciation radiating from every corner of the building. Fans, former teammates, coaches, and students, all of them came together to honor a legacy that helped shape the program. And the minute Natasha stepped onto the court, the place erupted. This wasn't just a ceremony. It was a homecoming. She became the 5th player in program history to have her jersey retired, joining an elite group that includes Brooke Weckhoff, Tia Pascal, Wanda Burns, and Sue Galcantas. And when you hear those names, you realize just how rare and meaningful this honor is. Florida State doesn't retire jerseys often. It takes years of dominance, leadership, and impact, not just on the court, but on the program as a whole. And Natasha embodied all of that. She left everything she had in a Seminoles jersey, and she carried that same fire into the WNBA, where she became one of the most versatile and respected players in the league. But the moment that truly made the arena melt was when Natasha realized her ceremony included a surprise guest. KK flew all the way from the Czech Republic just to be there for her. The shock on Natasha's face, the way she froze for a second before breaking into a huge smile, that moment alone said everything about the relationships she built during her career. KK didn't just show up, she crossed an ocean to celebrate Natasha's legacy. That kind of loyalty doesn't happen unless you've made a real, lifelong impact on the people around you. And the surprises didn't stop there. Michaela Timpson, who's now carrying the torch for Florida State women's basketball, checked in via FaceTime. Even from a distance, she wasn't going to miss this moment. Hearing Michaela's voice echo through the arena as she congratulated Natasha felt like a passing of the baton, a superstar from the past being honored by a rising one from the present. It was emotional, it was heartfelt, and it reminded everyone how deeply connected this program truly is across generations. The ceremony blended family, legacy, and pure celebration in a way that felt almost cinematic. You could see kids in the front rows looking up at Natasha with awe, realizing they were witnessing history. You could see her former coaches grinning ear to ear, replaying memories only they understood. And Natasha herself? She held it together, but you could see the emotion in her eyes, a mix of gratitude, humility, and joy. Moments like this hit differently when you realize how far you've come. But the celebration didn't end in Tallahassee. Hundreds of miles away in Los Angeles, another piece of the Fever family was making waves. Aaliyah Boston, former South Carolina star and the heart of the Indiana Fever frontcourt, was spotted courtside supporting the Gamecocks at South Carolina versus USC. Even during the offseason, and even across the country, Aaliyah shows up for her people. That's who she is. She sets the tone everywhere she goes, with her presence, her loyalty, and her energy. Fans quickly noticed her in the crowd, smiling, cheering, and supporting her alma mater with the same big spirit that made her a star in the first place. And something about it felt right. A day where the past and present of women's basketball were both being celebrated. Natasha Howard having her name forever cemented in Florida State history, while Aaliyah Boston supported the next generation of South Carolina legends. It was one of those rare days where the storylines from across the country seemed to align perfectly. Legacies being honored, new stars showing up, and women's basketball continuing to grow, not just on the court, but in culture, in community, and in visibility. For Natasha, this ceremony will live forever. Her jersey will hang in the rafters as a reminder of everything she poured into the game, every rebound, every defensive stop, every moment of leadership. And for the players who look up and see her name, it becomes a symbol of what's possible. For Aaliyah Boston, her presence courtside is another reminder of how deeply connected the women's basketball world is. The stars support each other, show up for each other, and lift each other up. Not just during March Madness or playoff runs, but all year long. And for fans, it was a beautiful blend of history, celebration, and unity. A day where legends were honored and future legends were watching. A day that captured the heart of the sport.